state no one's ever been elected to.
Yeah.
The media and the
A lot of people in the UK can't vote or aren't allowed to vote. But yeah, um, I mean, half the people who like live in my house aren't actually allowed to vote because they weren't born here. Which it's just, I don't know. You've gone quiet.
I've gone quiet, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, well, you were talking, so I
No,
thought.
yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. So that's all right. I'll put my Daily Mail hat on. So you're saying all foreigners should be allowed to vote? How
I
outrageous!
mean, in my mind, a government is there
Ooh.
to represent
Hey, my turn.
and like take care of the people who live in the nation.
Hey!
If
Yeah.
we're going to prescribe to like,
Pausing that. What's up, Jamie? Do you have a date this afternoon? We didn't see. Oh, we were also much earlier than normal, so that's a reason not to see you. But hi, what's up? Oop, that camera's way off. Okay. Feelsy as in you got emotional, or feelsy as in other stuff? Like playing around Z. That's what I've kind of figured. That's what I figured. Yeah, I'm not really surprised that there's a little bit of ambiguity there. That's kind of a whole thing, you know. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that's a hell of a thing. I'd be surprised if you spent the day, you know, stoned, listening to incredibly emotional music, crying, and occasionally throwing things. So it sounds like you had a fairly normal, healthy response to it all around. Okay. Yeah. Good, healthy response. I have indeed run on emulators. I have played in the past Z-SNES for the SNES. I've used Nesticle for the NES. I recall using a PS1 ROM at least once. And I believe I've done an N64 emulator, but I didn't have too much success with that one. I think my computer was too crappy for it. Of course, that was back in like 2002, 2003. So yes, I have run emulators. This retro runch that you clued me into, I've not played around with that one yet, though. Yeah, I know. Well, there is game audio, just no game music. I turned it down because, when nobody's around, I might as well listen to other stuff, and the game music kind of interferes with that. Let's see. You know what? Screw the U-tubs and screw the game's music.
This is a public service
There we go.
with guitar. Know your right. All three of them. Number one, you have the right not to be killed. Murder is a crime unless it was done by a policeman or an aristocrat. Oh, know your rights. And number two,
Pretty sure the only way I'd be monetized is if I had viewers, and right now it's just you.
you don't mind a little investigation, humiliation, and if you cross your fingers, rehabilitation.
Oh, that's just silly.
These are your rights. Hey, say what? Follow me. not dumb enough to actually try it. Yeah? No, you're right. These are your rights. Oh, no, you're right. These are your rights.
Kogar had 2 more bags of holding. Where did they go?
Yes.
I'm going back to the. Actually, no. Screw that.
That this is not enough. Whoa. Get off the screen.
Monogreen Centaur Warrior. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm 1 green, 1 colorless. I don't know what you're talking about.
Get off the screen.
Well, Ernie's a man of very definite opinions himself. Last year he wrote me a letter. He said, "Pete," he said, "I like people
Peace through order.
they see
Yeah, the white is very authoritarian.
what a friend
Blue also has some chaotic elements to it. Not just, I mean, each one of the colors has sort of a dual nature thing going on. So white does have that authoritarian streak in it, but it also has the, the gentle healing kind of thing. Blue has, knowledge, but it also has chaos. Right? Red has, the burning, fiery destruction element to it, but it also has creation, sort of as its opposite. Building, construction. Black, death, evil, and decay, but also the renewal that comes from that.
in our mighty air
So it goes. Let's see. Green. Green was both life and. Let's see. What was the other side of green? Control, chaos, seduction.
free prophet brother. And we have to do or die.
No. What
One
was the more negative aspect of green?
they'll be paid for by and by. Modern bombs are sure to carry
Yes, it is.
glory, joy,
Sometimes I listen to YouTube videos. Sometimes I listen to. Well, life is the positive. What's the negative aspect of green? Ooh, that's dark. Monstrous choking overgrowth, maybe. Oh wait, no.
disregard the orphan's cry. When God wakes the dead and sleeping, they'll be paid for by and by.
You like that, Black Booty? Is that what you're showing me there? Whenever I see a heart, I always reinterpret it as a buttocks. Technically a pair of buttocks. Partly because it amuses me, but partly because that's what it is. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Yes, keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, does that mean I have to reload the page now? Pretty much.
Katarina Jakob, long before she took that name, was organizing workers in Hamburg just the same. Organizing beneath the flag of deepest red, a new dawn of peace and freedom clearly shining in her head.
Well, it had stopped playing, so I think it did acknowledge what you had done.
First was sent to jail when the trappings of democracy all began to fail. She was frequently arrested in and out of custody while her first husband was in hiding from the Nazis. Katarina Jakob was acquitted of a crime.
I have it on shuffle, but when you added songs and totally disrupted my whole thing, the whole flow I had going, well, I hit play and it started playing another song.
How her second husband died. For Katarina Jakob, the end was close at hand. She was on a death march with a ragged, starving band, marching through a forest, being led by the SS. What would happen hours later seemed impossible to guess. When the sun rose the next morning, it was the 1st of May, and they all sang the Internationale. They all sang the Internationale. Katarina Jakob thought about her children and the friends and comrades taking care of them, not knowing yet if any of them survived, not knowing that soon she'd see her daughters both alive. Katarina Jakob watched the German soldiers flee, streaming from the east, that's what she was seeing. Allied bombers flew above them, she thought they all might die, and then soon there was the silence of all the SS men. When the sun
A chaotic
rose
nerd,
the next morning,
a disruptive chaotic nerd.
1st of May, and they all sang the Internationale. They all sang the Internationale. Katarina Jakob, so
I don't know. Pacific Northwest is very blue-green,
above the Russian tanks,
with the occasional bit of black
and so many different voices
on the beach. The sort of marshy areas on beaches is what I'm thinking for the black there.
most beautiful song that could ever have been sung.
But of course, there's a bit of red if you go a little
German,
further in.
Lithuanian, in Polish and in Dutch, a myriad of melodies has never had been such. In Russian and in Yiddish, Italian and French, emerging from the forests beneath the trench. When the sun rose the next morning, it was the 1st of May, and they all sang the Internationale. When the sun rose the next morning, it was the 1st of May, and they all sang the Internationale. They all sang the Internationale. Völker die Signale auf zum letzten Gefecht. Die Internationale erkämpft das Menschenrecht. Völker die Signale auf zum letzten Gefecht. Die Internationale erkämpft das Menschenrecht.
Yes.
Yes.
As I looked out my window
Follow me.
at the clear blue sky, at the planes that flew so low, at the smoke that rose so high, the air filled up with dust that blackened out the sun, and the politicians went on about the new day that had begun. And when I looked at my calendar, I knew it would be so. It was on this day
Everybody, follow me.
in Santiago. Less than 30 years had passed, and how clear less than 30 years had passed, and how clearly I remember what the city had been like before that day in September. There were doctors on the sidewalks helping those in need, students in the barrios teaching children how to read. There were milk trucks in the shanties driving to and fro on this day in Santiago.
I really like the sound of this, yeah.
The whole city in the street, the president was speaking, and we all were on our feet. Allende was the future, destitution was the past. The city was in motion, and things were changing fast. Just how fast they were changing, only Kissinger could know.
Ooh, fuck
On
Kissinger.
this day in Santiago, Anaconda Copper and Nixon got their dream, a country torn apart, ruptured at the seam. A fascist coup was what they wanted, and that's just what they'd get when they sent down from Fort Benning General Pinochet. Lady Liberty hung her head down low on this day in Santiago. They dropped bombs on La Moneda with jet planes from D.C. They killed 5,000 people in our city by the sea. A reign of terror started when they cut off Victor's hands. The rivers clogged with bodies and our blood drenched the sands. And I remember wondering which way future winds might blow on this day in Santiago.
David Rhodes. Santiago is not one of the towns they have. They don't have a lot of capturing.
Det blåste hastigt upp vid Greklands västra kust. En flotte fylld med folk som var långt ifrån robust. Vinden slog och skrev som en piska lång och bred. I vinden gör det bra, i flotten gör det klart. Stormen den bröt ut, efter åskan hördes skrik. Besättningen gick ut i full panik.
You can't really see it right now, but I'm looking for tabs of robots.
Min son ser på mig, det ser väldigt illa ut.
Ooh, I like
Men
this.
vi är här
It's about
tillsammans.
pirates. It's about it was a war,
Den slår bakut.
abandonment of the lower class. Let's see.
Din mor hade varit stolt att vi kommit så här långt. Det har hänt mycket sen. De eldar upp vårt hem. Så lägg dig här och blunda i famnen på din far. Försök och tänk på dina glädjens dag. Från himmelen på jorden blir helvetet vårt hem. Dör vi nu så dör vi som fria män.
Got a lot of albums.
Min son var du stark.
And I'm really loving pretty much all the titles.
Stormen gått förbi. Kommer målet att synas klart.
Eat the rich.
Så lägg dig här och blunda i famnen på din far. Försök och tänk på dina glädjens dagar. I trädgården står din mor i klänningen som bär. Ser du blommorna och satt där? Min son ser på mig. Det ser väldigt illa ut. När vi är här tillsammans och flotten slår bakut.
I'm looking for black flag flying. Fuck it, I'm just going to get all the tabs that are of his. I'll worry about the music later. The Democrats make me want to vomit. Okay, I can buy that.
Ça ira. Le peuple en ce jour sans cesse répète. Ah ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Malgré les mutins tout réussira. Nos ennemis confus en restent là. Et nous allons chanter Alléluia. Ah ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Qu'envoie l'eau jadis du clergé par là. Comme un prophète il a prédit cela. En chantant ma chansonnette. Ah, avec plaisir, on dira. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, malgré les mutins. Tout réussira. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Pierrette et Margot chantent à la guinguette. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Réjouissons-nous, le bon temps viendra. Le peuple français, jadis acquilla. L'aristocrate, dîner à culpa. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Le clergé regrette le bien qu'il a. Et c'est justice, la nation l'aura. Par le prudent Lafayette. C'est fini, tout trouble s'apaisera. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, malgré les mutins. Tout réussira. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Suivant la maxime de l'évangile. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Du législateur tout s'accomplira.
Oh,
celui qui s'élève, on l'abaissera. Celui qui s'abaisse, on l'élèvera. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Le vrai catéchisme nous instruira. Et l'afro-fanatisme s'éteindra. Pour être à la loi docile. Et chaque Français s'exercera. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, malgré les mutins.
Okay.
Tout réussira. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Le peuple en ce jour sans cesse répète ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira.
Okay, what was I
Et dans
doing?
2000
Oh,
ans,
right.
on s'en souviendra. Le despotisme expirera. La liberté triomphera. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Nous n'avons plus ni nobles ni prêtres. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. L'égalité partout régnera. L'esclave autrichien le suivra. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Et leur infernal clique. Yes, Odia s'envolera. Ah, ça ira, ça ira,
Ça ira, ça ira.
Les aristocrates à la lanterne. Ah, ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Les aristocrates on les pendra.
Towards the end of the feast, the devil decided he was so inspired he couldn't be bothered with giving no prizes. In fact, he said he would just retire because he could see that what was required to keep our children living in fire could be supplied by these thieves and these liars who have respectable titles. So we pronounced that he would bounce, go back to hell as his house, co-sign his work to these thieves like it was just an ounce. We don't know what was said, but still live with the effects of what was agreed by the greed that night at the banquet of thieves. The gist is this: the devil bestowed all of the power for ruling the globe only to those who would sell their soul and take the devilish oath. I solemnly swear to steal and kill, not because I'm hungry for meals, but because my hundreds of millions I want this eternity billions. Solemnly swear to make a place where women and children are raped every day, where some eat ourselves to death and others can't get a crumb on a plate. Solemnly swear to turn this globe into a living hell for most, jarred with death. Anything left that grows or has a pulse. The monarchs and dictators, religious leaders and the bankers had one more course before they could complete the banquet. Screaming and panting, baby children were brought on plates. The end of the tantrums came when they were stabbed through the heart with a stake, chopped into pieces and served raw with the blood still warm. The thieves gobbled down the children without a second thought. The devil explained if ever they got to a place where they suffered pain or the slightest of shame for killing a child, they should leave the game, because the noblest aim was to turn a child's flesh to flames for a hollow concept for profit and so known as personal gain. The devil explained there is a God, death is his name, so treat the life as if it were nothing more than a monopoly game. So get to work, there's people to starve and people to slaughter and also to torture any rebellious son or daughter. If ever you fail or find yourselves getting too frail, an angry devil will be forced to return from the comfort of hell. All the thieves got up from their seats and gave the devil applause. Baby's blood dripping through their jaws, totally red in the floor. With that, the devil vanished and left the thieves in his palace. The banker was the first to speak about how they could meet the challenge. Look, my fellow thieves, as long as we unite on this scheme, we'll be living the dream. There's never been a team this mean. Yes, spiritual death is what I provided the devil's behest. Monarchs can make the laws in the courts that will serve and protect our interests and nothing else. Commoners can fuck themselves, cause we all see democracy will just fuck up our wealth. That's where I can add some value to this gathering of men. I can kill in broad daylight, I don't have to pretend. I can do all the things that all you rich developed countries can't be seen to do in public, but we all know you love it. And we can pretend we're enemies, still at war with each other, that we couldn't be further from the truth. We are practically
And the capitalists win.
Mr. Banker, deception must be used to hire prostitutes to spread our views and call it news. Another set of prostitutes that call themselves artists, that say what we tell them to. Spineless bastards. Religious leader, thou art a wonderful thief. The last thing that we do need before our scheme's complete is a set of puppet politicians that talk a lot. The people think hold the power, but they're really our dogs. Yes, 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 oh fucking yes. Let us drink to murder and theft until there's nothing left. The thieves took a toast to warm blood, nearly drowned in laughter. The bankers passed out a charter the day you carefully drafted for the International Organization of Theft and Murder. If we could sign this in blood, that would be totally perfect. That's what they did. They used the charred, bleeding finger to sign a commitment to keep the human spirit a prisoner. That's how it's been since then. A cannibalistic system run by thieves dressed in death, blessed with the devil's wisdom.
Contre nous de la tyrannie, l'étendard sanglant élevé, l'étendard.
I think it was Tim Wise who put it that all the black and brown street thugs in America for 5,000 years couldn't steal as much as Wall Street steals in one.
Entendez-vous dans les campagnes mugir ces féroces soldats? Ils viennent jusque dans vos bras, égorger vos fils, vos compagnes. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, 15 ans. Nous entrerons dans la carrière quand nos ennemis n'y seront plus.
It is shocking, surprising, really. No one could ever have predicted that we would focus all of our resources on the poor criminals who aren't really doing much damage.
Partager leur cercueil, nous aurons le sublime orgueil de les venger ou de les suivre. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, 15 ans impurs, abreuve nos sillons. Ces cohortes étrangères feraient la loi dans nos foyers. Quoi ces phalanges mercenaires terrasseraient nos fiers guerriers, terrasseraient nos fiers guerriers. Grand Dieu par des mains enchaînées, nos fronts sous le joug cloiré. De villes despotes deviendraient les moteurs de nos destinées. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, 15 ans impurs, abreuve nos sillons, amour sacré de la patrie. Conduit, soutient nos braves vengeurs. Liberté, liberté chérie, qu'on vas avec tes défenseurs,
Organizing my inventory like a good boy.
sous nos drapeaux que la victoire accourt à tes mâles accents, que tes ennemis expirants voient ton triomphe et notre gloire.
Steal like half my shit out of here.
Citoyens, formez vos bataillons, marchons, marchons, 15 ans un mur, abreuve nos sillons.
Yes.
Everybody, follow me.
I used to think I hated this place. Couldn't wait to tell the president straight to his face. But lately I changed, nowadays I embrace it all. Beautiful ideals and amazing flaws. Gotta care enough to give a testament about the deeply depressing mess we're in. It's home, so we better make the best of it. I wanna make this country what it says it is. Still dreaming the vividest living color. No matter how many times my love been smothered. Who's ever above us won't just let us suffer. All of this struggling gotta amount to something. This is a letter to my countrymen, especially those my age and younger than. We're up against an ugly trend. Everybody hustling, don't nobody touch their friends. No group singing and dancing, no anthem, nobody holds hands in. Instead, they give you a handheld and make you shoulder life's burden by your damn self. One thing that can't be debated, power never changed on its own, you gotta make it. That's why community is so sacred. That's the symbol that we make when we raise fists.
Oh yes.
We don't really like to talk about the race thing. The whole grandparents used to own slaves thing. Pat ourselves in the back in February, looking at pictures of Abe Lincoln and the great king. But the real picture's much more embarrassing. We're still not even close to really sharing things. The situation of oppressed people shows what we feel it means to be a human being. What does it mean to be American? I think the struggle to be free is our inheritance. And if we say it how it really is, we know our lily skin still give us privilege. Advantages given to the few that are built into the roots of our biggest institutions. That's the truth in life, we gotta choose. Do I fight in the movement or think I'm entitled to it? This is not a practice life, this is the big game, we gotta attack it right. Each one of us is headed for the grave. This old crooked world won't be saved by the passive type. This is a letter to my countrymen, not from a Democrat or a Republican, but one among you. That's why you call me brother. Ain't scared to tell you we're in trouble, cause I love you. They tell me I'm a dreamer, they ridicule. They feel defeated, oh bitter and cynical. Excuse me, but
What's
I
wrong
see
now?
it from a different view. I still believe
Glenn
in
is
what a
father,
driven view can
and one
really
of the
do.
masters of the school.
I know that the
He's off,
masses
he
wanna
even has
sleep,
to get his-
and they would just rather hear me rapping to the beat. But I wanna pass this planet to my son a little better than it was when they handed it to me. So I wrote a letter to my countrymen. I'll be happy if it only reaches one of them. Reporting live, ALI, your brother. Morning in America, dreaming in color.
My dear brother Ali, I think you know deep down in your soul that something just ain't right. You don't want to be just well adjusted to injustice and well adapted to indifference. You want to be a person with integrity. who
Hey,
lives
Spider-Fan
among
gave me my cloak.
the world. People can say when you go that you left the world just a little better than you found it. I understand. I want to be like that too. känner inte dig, vem är du? Nu är det krig, är du solidarisk? Ja, men bara om du är solid och arisk. Vi behöver mat och kläder. Kan inte åka till något läger. Men du och jag, vi är väl bröder. Men ni är så många, ni tar över.
Well, just asking, I suppose. It's already designed to fight folks and follow our commands. I suppose the ancient war with elves of Ilron use them at war. And the men who upgraded instead of quite upgraded. It seems a wear and tear on the whole.
Men vi vill bara rädda livet. Men det kan du inte ta för givet. Vi har ingenstans att åka. Ta stick iväg och sluta bråka.
Very good van. Okay, it's indeed.
Hoppas ni mår bra, men vad ska vi säga till våra barn en dag? Sverige vänner, hej. Hoppas ni mår bra, men vad ska vi säga till våra barn en dag? Vi har barn som farit illa. Ja, det var tråkigt, vi ska grilla. Men du och jag, vi är väl bröder. Ni är så många, ni tar över. Sverige vänner, hej. Hoppas ni mår bra, men vad ska vi säga till våra barn en dag? Sverige vänner, hej. Hoppas ni mår bra, men vad ska vi säga till våra barn en dag?
Y como ser humano, el hombre lo que quiere es su pan. Las habladurías le bastan ya, porque estas nada le dan. Pues un, dos, tres, pues un, dos, tres, compañero en tu lugar. Porque eres del pueblo, afíliate ya en el Frente Popular. And just because he's human, he doesn't like a pistol to his head. He wants no servants under him and no boss over his head.
No, I'm carrying
Go
far too
left
much
to
useless
street,
garbage.
go left
Carrying
to
this heavy
street,
load,
to
yes.
the burger timas to
Can't move.
march
Carrying too
on
much.
in the workers united. from
Kelgar.
for
Guard,
your
remove this deserter. What
ever
nonsense is this? Act guard. Show it. All right then. I'll prove it to you, since your head is so full of rocks.
Oui, viens avec nous, ami. N'aie pas peur. Nous allons vers la grande union de tous
Hope I
les
don't make a
vrais
fool out of
travailleurs.
myself with Glenn.
Marchons au pas, marchons au pas, camarades, vers notre
Whoever happens to be wearing these garments and thus can pick up this silly hammer is the rightful king of the
I
dwarves.
got the hammer of Iron Fist right here, like
Strange women lying in ponds,
The one who
distributing
this can
swords.
be. How can an impudent, brash outcast... Keros, this is... Very well.
Es kann die Befreiung der Arbeiter nur das Werk der Arbeiter
I
sein.
came here. We have to stand with Neverwinter. It's what's best. What Keros? Well, follow well here.
Wo dein Platzgenosse ist, reih dich ein in die Arbeitereinheit.
Welcome back, my darling.
Weil du auch ein Arbeiter bist. Drum links, 2, 3, drum links, 2, 3, wo dein Platzgenosse ist. Reih dich ein in die Arbeitereinheit, drum, weil du auch ein Arbeiter bist.
Everyone, follow me.
Follow me.
I was right, they did steal half my shit.
My telephone rang one evening, my buddy called for me. Said the bankers are all leaving, you better come round and see. It started in Revelation, they robbed the nation blind. They're all down at the station, no banker left behind. No banker, no banker, no banker could I find. They were all down at the station, no banker left behind. Well, the bankers called a meeting to the White House. They went one day. They was going to call on the president in a quiet and a sociable way. And the afternoon was sunny and the weather it was fine. They counted all our money and no banker was left behind. No banker, no banker, no banker could I find. They were all down at the White House. No banker was left behind. Well, I hear the whistle blowing, it plays a happy tune. The conductor's calling all aboard, we'll be leaving soon. With champagne and shrimp cocktails, and that's not all you find. There's $1 billion bonus and no banker left behind. No banker, no banker, no banker could I find. When the train pulled out next morning, no banker was left behind. No banker, no banker, no banker could I find. When the train pulled out next morning, no banker was left behind. Hallelujah, land.
No banker, banker could I find.
They were all down at the station. No
Banker was left behind.
No banker, no banker, no banker could I find. When the train pulled out next morning,
No banker was left behind.
Messiah. pocket full of slave owners. Money is the sweetest hangover, baking soda gang culture. I told you I was a soldier, told you I was crazy. Ayatollah Khomeini on the iPhone with Israelis. Leatherneck warfare, I survived the 80s. Lil red Corvette, parked outside of Paisley. Southside baby, money got me acting shady like fuck you pay me. I'm going out like Dick Cheney. Secondary, most necessary, most definitely. Couple G's on me, bringing out the devil in me. I need that bread like I need a hole in my head. Better off rich, no bitch, I'm better off dead. Keeping me alive at the same time, high as a fucking kite. Catch 22 hindsight, been chasing it all my life. Short days, long nights, $9 for an hour, fuck that, we on strike. Say what, say what? Every day's another day closer. One pay cut from turning to a chain smoker. Bank account bankrupt, corrupt bank owners. Wage a war on the poor and low wage workers. Say what, say what? Money is the sweetest hangover. Straight up, straight up. Ain't no way in hell I can stay sober. Laughing all the way to the bank owner. I got a pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. I got a pocket full of slave owners.
How you not living a walking contradiction? Same one that steal him and whip him and Willie lynch him. Kill him for resisting in a Jim Crow system. Then tell him you're free to go and make a living. Pay you with notes, there's no more gold shillings. Just slips of paper with numbers and some scribbling. Handful of cash is your brand new privilege. Look down and see the OG villains ice grilling. Same for the pictures in religion if you're Christian. Even if you switch them, they'll still be imprinted. Admit it, Jewish brothers might feel a little funny if somebody put Nazis on their money. And I ain't being funny, I just want you to think about your country. All cash contains cotton and it's bloody, ugly. Don't matter how you feel about it if you doubt it. Just go and try to feed your kids without it. The guy whose left side appears on the vine died when he gave slavery a disguise. No more bondage except they convict you of a crime, then it's back to the depths. Prison industrial complex where they don't say you're slaves but they paid from your sweat. And if you need proof that it's the same old shit, they take your slave owners and they'll cut your ass a check.
Say what, say what? Every day's another day closer. One pay cut from turning to a chain smoker. Bank account bankrupt, corrupt bank owners. Wage a war on the poor and low wage workers. Say what, say what? Money is the sweetest hangover. Straight up, straight up. Ain't no way in hell I can stay sober. Laughing all the way to the bank owner. I got a pocket full of slave owners.
Sacrificial, pack a pistol for a stack of tissue. Gasoline, or crack the window, flapper, opinions, splatter stencils, cataclysmal. Writers need a faster pencil. Whack officials, back at missiles, via scratching this. Don't let the Cadillac convince you, cause America never miss you. The tracker never lifts you. This battle rapper kiss you. Tell me, is it crack a crystal? What demographic is it? Shellac where yak and ripple, while the teams chatter triple. Jumping for the cattle's whistle. He bout to max placenta, ain't bout to factory gentle. Cheese like instrumentals. Class, continue. The apparatus is you. Make ass the thing, you're ringing out like operatic. But you still gonna be a status issue unless you make a mask come with you. That's essential and essential. Throwing up a hammer sickle. Pocket full of slave owners holding back potential. Head turners like Ted trying to build on that credentials.
Say what, say what? Every day's another day closer. One pay cut from turning to a chain smoker. Bank account bankrupt, corrupt bank owners. Wage a war on the poor and low wage workers. Say what, say what? Money is the sweetest hangover. Straight up, straight up. Ain't no way in hell I can stay sober. Laughing all the way to the bank owner. I got a pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never lied. Pocket full of slave owners. You ain't never, I got a pocket full of slave owners. White faces in my pocket. I stay green from them fiends who ain't got it. Chain gang bling, nothing free, you gotta profit. Anything the cop it got cops inside my optics. I ain't seen the sun cause I've been watching from the projects. Money got a hold on me, homie, like a harness. Or should I say a noose? Oops, I'm just being honest. They ain't paid me dollars since slavery was abolished. No arms for the poor, I'm pulling arms out the socket. World War IV, financial crisis, out of pocket full of slave owners. Breaking laws, hostile takeover. Police line do not cross, yellow tape the corner. All for the love of the dollar bill. Corporate thugs fighting over drugs in the cotton fields. Washington, Jefferson, Franklin, they bogus. We don't call them damn presidents, we call them slave owners. Slave owners.
Check my laundry.
Wish I was in Vancouver at the Cannabis Cafe, smoking good old Sensimelia at the beginning of the day. But here I am in New York City, hiding out in Central Park, getting kidnapped by the police. Today, sometime before dark. But I wish I was in Vancouver at the Cannabis Cafe, smoking good old Sansamilia at the beginning of the day. Take it away.
Is it a good cafe or is it just, full of cannabis?
The judge looked down upon me frowning. He said, kid, get on your way. Just don't start out your mornings with espresso in the J. I said, I wish I was in Vancouver at the Cannabis Cafe, smoking good old Sansamilia.
I don't know, the one that they're talking about in the song.
At the beginning of the day. Hitched a ride out to Portland, caught one up to BC, took a bus over to Hastings Street to have a bowl with my coffee. Now I'm up in Vancouver at the Cannabis Cafe.
So is it a good cafe or is it just got pot?
Smoking good old Sansamilia at the beginning of the day. Now I'm up in Vancouver at the Cannabis Cafe, smoking good old Sansamilia at the beginning of the day.
That is a ringing endorsement. Their coffee's okay.
Nelson Mandela. Free.
Ah, gotcha.
Free. Nelson Mandela.
Is it legal to smoke in Canada? Ah, gotcha. Yes, you will finally be able to buy cannabis there, which is not something you could do before. Places like that tend to be just nicer. pretty good rule of thumb. Yeah.
I spent my whole life making somebody rich. I busted my ass for that son of a bitch, and he left me to die like a dog in a ditch. But he told me I'm all used up. He used up my labor, he used up my time. He plundered my body and squandered my mind, and gave me a pension of handouts and wine. Told me I'm all used up. My kids are in hock to a god you call work, slaving their lives out for some other jerk. Yeah, my youngest in Frisco just made shipping clerk. He don't know I'm all used up. The young people reaching for power and gold don't have respect for anything old. For pennies they're bought and for promises sold. Someday they'll all be used up. They use up the oil, they use up the trees, they use up the air and they use up the sea. Well, how about you, friend, and how about me? What's left when we're all used up? I'll finish my life in this rummy hotel. It's lousy with bugs and my God, what a smell. But my plumbing still works and I'm clear as a bell. Don't tell me I'm all used up. Outside my window the world passes by, gives me a handout and spits in my eye. And no one can tell me, 'cause no one knows why. I'm living but I'm all used up. Sometimes in my dreams I sit by a tree. My life is a book of how things used to be. Kids gather around and they listen to me. They don't think I'm all used up. And there's songs and there's laughter and things I can do. And all that I've learned I can give back to you. I'd give my last breath just to make it come true. No, I'm not all used up. They use up the oil and they use up the trees. They use up the air and they use up the sea. Well, how about you, friend, and how about me? What's left when we're all used up?
This is a song that was also inspired by a speech by George W. Bush, which I think he's so fascinating because the extent of his logic is so limited. It's just like you push it any. I mean, he could, as somebody just,
Bush's logic is limited. That's an understatement.
in any age other than the modern era, because in the soundbite era, because if he actually had to complete a sentence like in front of people, it just wouldn't work. Everybody would realize he has the IQ of a chimpanzee, but. It is a modern era, so it's ever more interesting, and so we're going to get rid of those evildoers. And so I wrote a song extending his logic to its natural court, in where it should naturally end up. President got on TV. There was nary a dry eye. He said he loved his country and mom and apple pie. He said he was a proud man and he liked his home fries grilled. But as for countries harboring terrorists, those people should be killed. He said we'd send our bombers to deal with rogue states, and all those evil people would have to meet their fates. So it was with some trepidation that I looked up to the skies, 'cause I was driving past Fort Benning when I came to realize that I guess we're gonna have to bomb Columbus, Georgia, home of the infamous SOA. 'Cause they train the death squads of Columbia, who commit a massacre every day. Civilians are their targets, folks just like you and me. I guess that makes them terrorists. Any idiot must agree. I was headed further south for a vacation to spend some time hanging on the beach, soaking up some sun and playing volleyball. All my troubles out of reach. Then I saw brothers to the rescue, flying in the clouds above my head. And I thought this trip might not be too restful if tomorrow I am dead. 'Cause I guess we're gonna have to bomb Miami with all those insurgents running loose, killing Cubans at the Bay of Pigs and elsewhere. They say they've got some kind of excuse, but isn't terror terror irregardless if your victim is a fan of Karl Marx? So let's get out the cluster bombs and napalm, kill off some people, fish and sharks. Well, I thought I would head north, go someplace where I might feel safe. It was all a bit unsettling. I was feeling like a lost waif. It was then that I thought I'd move to Costa Rica, though such a thing seemed terribly uncouth, 'cause I suddenly realized with horror the terrifying, clear and present truth. I guess we're gonna have to bomb Washington, D.C., 'cause terrorists are lurking all around, sending soldiers, guns, and money wherever death squads and dictators may be found. So let's appreciate the situation. Take your Orwell off the shelves. If we are to listen to our president, we're gonna have to bomb ourselves. If we are to listen to our president, we're gonna have to bomb ourselves.
I ain't scared of your jail, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Ain't scared of your jail, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom now. I ain't scared of your dogs, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Ain't scared of your dogs, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom now. I ain't scared of your hoes, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Ain't scared of your hoes, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom now. I ain't scared of the bull, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Ain't scared of the bull, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom now. Ain't scared of the county farm, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom. I want my freedom. Ain't scared of the county farm, 'cause I want my freedom. I want my freedom now.
So
Ain't
what
scared
does
of
the
your
great
jail, 'cause I want
captain
my
of
freedom.
Crossroad
I want
keep
my
one with
freedom.
her?
I
Don't
want
we
my
all?
freedom. Ain't scared of your
Easy to get
jail,
lost
'cause I
in,
want
but you
my
probably
freedom.
know that
I
from
want
West
my
Harlem.
freedom now.
Duncan said something about it. Said your village got attacked. Trust me, but you harbor men, you're a pretty go-ahead. Don't expect any answer. They're like mythical rats or something, right? I don't know. Well,
I got big
then that's a
balls.
guarantee they don't exist. Don't need Armand Gerald to tell
big
you that.
old
At
balls.
least you're listening to me. Go ahead.
Big
Don't
as
expect any
grapefruits,
answers.
big ass pumpkins, yes
Luskins.
sir,
Don't
yes
give much
sir.
because they
And I'm
deserve.
really
Enough.
good days. They swell to the size of small dogs. My balls are as big as small dogs. Well, it ain't bragging if it's true, yes sir, yes sir. It ain't bragging if it's true. Muhammad Ali said that back when he was a young man, back when he was Cassius Clay, before he fought too many fights, left his brain inside the ring. And sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. Sometimes Sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. Well, I got a friend whose goal in life was to one day go down on Madonna. That's all he wanted, that was all. To one day go down on Madonna. And when my friend was 34, he got his wish in Rome one night. He got to go down on Madonna in Rome one night in some hotel. And ever since he's been depressed, 'cause life is shit from here on in. And all our friends just shake their heads, say too soon, too soon, too soon. He went down on Madonna too soon, too young, too soon. And it ain't bragging if it's true. Yes, sir, yes, sir. It ain't bragging if it's true. Muhammad Ali said that back when he was Cassius Clay, before he fought too many fights and left his brain inside the ring. And sometimes I wish I was Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods.
I've never been monetized. I ain't got shit for ties. The monets. I ain't got no monets.
Well, if certain girls don't look at you, it means they like you a lot. If other girls don't look at you, it just means they're ignoring you. How can you know, how can you know which is which, who's doing what? I guess that you can ask them. Which one are you, baby? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? Do you like me or are you ignoring me? And all you need to do that is one good pair of big balls. Balls as big as grapefruit. Balls as big as pumpkins. Balls as big as mine. But even though my balls are big, sometimes I wish they were bigger, even bigger. Big as the wheels on tractors, big as the golden arches, big as the Golden Gate Bridge, big as California, big as Mars and Jupiter, big as I swing on Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods.
Boy, my wares. Best in port last.
I natt jag drömde något som jag aldrig drömt förut. Jag drömde
Which sentiment is that? Oh. Bigger's better? I mean, there's not really much to it, and it's not a real thing. It's just that, you know, big balls makes you a better man. And therefore, you need the big balls. Because the balls are the seat of masculinity and being a man. And the more manly you are, the bigger your balls are. It's kind of a metaphorical thing more than a real thing. Although, if you do have small balls, that's something to be embarrassed of and to hide. Like if they're actually small. Yes, but if you have big balls, then you'll fight some guy. And that's a good thing for some reason. Mm-hmm. Toxic masculinity is a very shitty, crappy, worthless kind of thing. And shitty masculinity wants big balls.
How can I help? Yes.
But really, you ask most dudes and they'll tell you it's not really desirable to have the big balls. It's more the metaphorical thing about being a big tough guy. Because if you actually had big balls, that would be a big vulnerability. Literally. Because you'd get hit in the balls and it would hurt. Mm-hmm. Although I've heard of a black pepper ball spray out there. Apparently really makes things great. I don't think so. The context I heard it, as I recall, it was just like a perfume, cologne sort of thing. No, it was actually not even a kink thing, just a way to make the engine compartment smell good. The lady in question really dug it. After a night out dancing, going down on the man, and instead of, funk, you find spice. Maybe? There you go. Black pepper.
Okay.
Damn. Just get up at 4 a.m. for work on a Sunday? That's some bullshit. Ugh, that's awful. Does he work at like a nuclear power plant? Is he a nurse? Complete bullshit. That's like if he's actually assembling stuff, like assembly line kind of thing, that's a good way to get hurt. Like really badly. That should not be a thing. Like, ever. At all. Even a little bit. Fucking crap on a cracker. Doesn't actually make it better. His concentration and his ability to work are going to be complete and utter garbage after like the first 4 hours. They're getting like a day's work out of him every other week. They would get more work out of him if they made him work 5-6 hour days a week. 3 in the morning, hour for lunch, 3 in the afternoon, done. Something like that. So much better, so much more effective. Okay, it would be healthier for him if he was, working that way. Fucking capitalism is awful. It does bad things for bad reasons. It doesn't... oh yeah, I paused it because we were chatting.
Och alla krig var slut. Jag drömde om en jättesal där statsmän satt i rad. Så skrev de på ett konvolut och reste sig och sa: det finns inga soldater mer, det finns inga gevär, och ingen känner längre till det ordet militär.
Well, OBS, it would be all of the computer. This way, I just turned down the volume of the music itself, and pretty much same effect. That is something I actually do want to do. I need to know how to do that.
There's an alien life form been creeping round my job site. Oh, they look almost human, but something about them ain't right. They just cross right over the picket line. You know what the picket
Heard something. I think I might be able to do that with what's it called? Well, there's a program. It was very difficult, awkward, and didn't understand it. It's a very non-intuitive. No, that doesn't let you do stuff. Come on. No, it was potato meter, banana meter. They have several products. I think one of them is banana meter, one of them is potato meter.
They got no brains, they got no heart. Scabs are tearing our communities apart. Oh, listen to your mama, this isn't idle gab. You're pretty damn low on the food chain when you think you gotta grab your striking neighbor's job. I guess you gotta be a scab.
Virtual audio cable. Yes, that is something I want. Because that way I can listen to... Yes, scabs should fuck off. Yeah, so that way I can listen to YouTube stuff. And I can hear it, but OBS can't, basically. That is something I would love.
Christmas shoppers shopping on a neon city street. Another Christmas dollar for another Christmas tree. They're passing on the pretty dolls that make the children glow, while the boys walking ragged in the cold Kentucky snow. No, they don't have Christmas in Kentucky. There's no holly on a West Virginia door. For the trees don't twinkle when you're hungry.
I'm wondering if I can become a socialist saboteur for fun and profit. You think I could set up a Patreon for that? Roam around the country in an RV with my cat. Yes, but in order to have that Linux distro set up, you'd have to set up the Linux distro, which would cause me pain and suffering. So there's that.
My charms don't usually fall flat like that.
There's not enough to give, no, there's just not enough to share. So we'll drown the sounds of sorrow with a hearty Christmas.
You say that because you've been doing it for like 20 years, right? Actually, no, 20 years. You would have been. Oh, I can see an 8-year-old installing Linux. That probably wouldn't be that awful.
Merry Christmas and a happy New Year's Day. For now's a time of plenty, plenty's here to stay. But if you knew what Christmas was, I think that you would find Christ is spending Christmas in the cold Kentucky mine. No, they don't.
Yeah, but who's your favorite X-Man?
There's no holly on a West Virginia door. For the trees don't twinkle when you're hungry, and the jingle bells don't jingle when you're poor.
Oh, and can you do this? That one doesn't even require hypermobility, it's just your fingers. Like that. Now, the real tough thing would be to do that, let's see, not like this, but in the other direction, which I think you could do with hypermobility. Well, I know that. I was talking about fingers, though. Come on. See what I did there? That was a creative misunderstanding. I can funny. Boom.
100% natural. You were gone for the master race and always wear the happy face. Close your eyes, can happen here. A big blue on white horses here. The hippies won't come back, you say. Mellow out or you will pay. Mellow out or you will pay. California, over Alice. California, over Alice. California, over Alice.
Who wouldn't? I actually don't know. Yes, I don't know. I don't know who Carmen is. I know very little about the Yankees.
Now it is 1984. Knocking, knocking at your front door. It's the suede denim secret police. They have come for your uncool niece. Come quietly to the town. You look nice as a drawstring lamb. Don't you worry, it's only a shower. For your clothes is a pretty flower. Die on organic poison gas. 7 cents already cash. You a broke, you little clown. When you mess with President Brown. When you mess with President Brown. California, over Alice. California, over Alice. California, over Alice.
That lends itself to some really good kink.
Frank, what's up, man? Watching some bullshit.
Oh, then I couldn't date Carmen.
Fucking bullshit. Reported. Trying to win the fucking Emmy.
Makeshift Patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast.
Well, I could date Carmen. She wouldn't want to date me, is what I'm saying.
I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift Patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. It's the makeshift, the Patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself via live telecast. Coming live from my own funeral. Beautiful weather offered a nice shine, which is suitable for a full view of a forever altered skyline. It's times like these I freestyle biased opinions. Every other sentence, my journalist ethics slip when I pass them off as objective. Don't give me that ethical shit. I've got exclusive, explicit images.
What would get in the way? Apart from her not being, a real person. Is it the haircut? She has a crappy haircut. She probably has a crappy haircut. I haven't heard of her, therefore she probably came out after was introduced after the 90s. So, why wouldn't she be interested in you? You're an awesome lefty. Don't be ridiculous. Of course, you. Well, you don't have any reason to think she wouldn't be interested.
The city is covered in inches of muck. I see some other pictures of victims are up. Grieving mothers are thinking their children are stuck. Leaping lovers are making decisions to jump while holding hands to escape the brutal heat. Sometimes in groups of 3. The fallout goes far beyond the toxic clouds where people look like debris. But all they saw after all was said, beyond the talking heads, was the bloody dust with legs looking like the Walking Dead, calling for meds. But all the hospitals are overwhelmed. Volunteers need to go the hell home. Moments of silence for firefighters were interrupted by cell phones. Who's gonna make that call to increase an unknown death toll?
It's the one we rally behind. He's got a megaphone, promising to make heads roll. We cheer him on, but asbestos is affecting our breath control. The less we know, the more they fabricate. The easier it is to sell souls.
Gotcha. You can't just ask someone if they're into you. Oh. And she has a bionic leg. She looks like Magma. She's a brunette Magma. That's who she reminds me of.
We're selling addictive 24-hour candlelight vigils in TVs. Freedom will be defended at the cost of
She is. And the leg also offers intriguing kink possibilities.
I use opportunities to pluck heartstrings for theme music. I show you which culture to pump your fist at, which foot is right to kiss. We don't really know who the culprit is yet, but he looks like
Definitely further from Magma with that. But more like Kitty Pryde. Not Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde? No. No, not Kitty Pryde. Jubilee. Fuck Kitty Pryde. I think Kitty Pryde's pretty awesome too, but I was thinking of Jubilee.
With a 10-second clip put on constant loop to provoke US angst. So get your tanks and load your guns and hold your sons in a family huddle. Cause even if we win this tug of
Jubilee's
war
not.
and even the score, humanity struggles. There's a need of blood.
She is. She's not Vietnamese.
Some of them dug for answers in the mess.
Remember, she's...
The rest were looking for trouble.
Remember, my Jim loves. My friend Jim loves Jubilee. She thinks she's straight so far. She has yet to give herself the opportunity to be more than straight. Yeah, I saw that. That was weird. Let's see. If you go here, that's my friend Jen's blog. You'll see Jubilation Lee Vampire as part of the header for that, because Jen fucking loves Jubilee.
Seriously, if I want to find out anything, I'm not going to read Time Magazine. I'm not going to read Newsweek. I'm not going to read any of these magazines. I mean, because they just got too much to lose by printing the truth. You know that.
What kinds of truths are they?
On anything, even on a worldwide basis. They just go off the stands in a day if they printed really the truth.
Yeah, and so is Jubilee.
Really, the truth is just a plain picture.
Oh, you see what I did there? Yeah. Yeah. Jen's not even here to hear it.
The lamppost could swear it had seen me before and stared as I stumbled through the motel door. The dirty mirror also thought I looked familiar, but commented only that my suit was brilliant.
Jen?
The
Yeah.
TV bolted to the wall and cracked. Remembered how I cried and said I'd never come back. In the lacquer of the table I had carved my oath with a burnt butter knife, and this is what I wrote.
Yeah, I met Jen back in college, and she is super awesome. She is a doctor of biology, and she lives in California with her husband James, who is working on his law degree.
I pledge to get their foot off my neck instead.
And they are both awesome, wonderful people.
I fight, even if I won't win, alright. The beginning is the end. I pledge to make the bosses cringe instead. What gets them justified is I fight till the system is gone. Recite this ex-loser song. Alright, motherfuckers. Right, motherfuckers. Alright, motherfuckers.
I met James on a camping trip the week before freshman year, and then he met Jen Actually, he met Jen the week before classes started. I met James the week before that on the camping trips. He introduced me to Jen during that week. They met like the first day of school. They've been together ever since. It is kind of ridiculously awesome. And then it turned out she was in my karate class. And so Jen and I became really good friends because we, just got to hang out in karate twice a week for, years. And she is like a nationally recognized speaker on Asian American and Pacific Islander and feminism stuff. She, in addition to being a doctor of biology, she's wow. So is James. James is also an awesome dude.
The carpet and quiet if I lay there again. And where was the girl from when there last I had been? The commode refused to speak as I made my escape. It knew every subtle nuance of my war-torn face. The concrete outside felt disrespected. It was partly my fault, it had been neglected. The precipice of fate is where I carved my hope. With the dagger on my back, and you know what I wrote. Alright, motherfucker. Right, motherfuckers.
And you shouldn't say that Jubilee is a vampire. Given the way Marvel does their comics, you should say that Jubilee is a vampire. Or was, for a certain time, in a certain place. Be right back. I'm gonna go check my laundry. I think it's done by now.
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your.
My laundry was done.
You don't own me. Don't say I can't go with other boys. And don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say. And please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display. 'Cause you don't.
She does indeed. Rogue is adorable that way. Okay, come on up, my darling. Yeah, that's kind of that is a long-standing thing. And it's always been kind of iffy. I mean, It's clear they're going for the older brother kind of thing, but it's kind of squiffy. It's yeah.
1948, I fled my village. The Stern gang drove my family from the lands. We ran into the desert where I've spent these decades living by my hands. Life and wasn't easy.
Not that I recall, but it wouldn't surprise me.
With the soldiers and barbed wire and the hunger, the humiliation and the checkpoints, the machine gun fire. And each day I wondered, after Haifa, the home that we abandoned when the Zionists had won, is there a family with a child? Does its father love it as I loved my only son before the soldiers shot him down, riddled him with bullets in his back and in his head? Home in Haifa, in my house, does his father know the pain there is in an empty bed? 1960, I fled my country, left the Tigris River for the sport. I didn't want to, but they were rounding up the leftists and the Beatles had my face and my son, a student leader. On the streets of Baghdad was nowhere to be found, so I walked through the mountains, just a shirt upon my back, knowing not where I was bound. Now here I am, this town of Haifa, in this little house, but at least I'm still alive. Each day I wonder, how is Baghdad? Would I recognize my friends if any did indeed survive? It took a long time, but I made a life here, and I wish my son could be here in this town upon the shore. I was with my wife, it was the Sabbath, when an old Arab couple knocked upon our door. We asked them in, gave them tea. That's what we do with strangers. We could see they meant no harm. We told our story, they told theirs. Us of our life in Baghdad, them of their family farm, and of this house which they once lived in, where once they raised a family long before their hair turned gray, and of their son and the troopers, and of ours, whom we still cry for every day. So much in so much gone bad, so much running and never coming home. You can hear the cards falling down, see the faces of the children forever forced to go. And here we were,
Super old.
in this house,
Memory problems.
fearing that tomorrow would be just like yesterday. So much resentment, so much at stake, and I really don't remember who was the first to say, in one village, in one home, let us live together. In one world, in one village, in one home, let us live together. In one world, in one village, in
God, what is that from? That's so familiar.
let us live together in one world.
We can all see that there's something going on here when they're telling us they're broke and taking all the things that
Yeah, okay, no, I was thinking Wolfie. Wolfie sounds okay. I'm thinking that just sparked a memory from Terminator 2 is all. Not a real thing. No, the -7 divide by 2, or divide by 2 minus 7, is a lot older than the XKCD comic. A lot older. And not even a really good rule of thumb. But basically, he can date adults, right? But not teenagers. Even people in their 20s would be iffy.
Only one option, play the game that we made for you. We made the rules and designed it so you'll always lose and laugh while you argue about who is on your side.
There it is.
Give us your days, give us all your youthful energy. Go to our stores, drive our cars, feed our machinery. Relentless pursuit of our money fulfills your life. Let's take what is ours until these bastards learn to share. Refuse to leave your home and tell the banks to go to hell. They got us to believe that it's okay, that it's unfair. Let's revolt, let's resist, let's rebel. We're ignoring the fact that there's something going on here. We're about to be trampled by all the elephants in the room. And we're at the mercy of the wealthy few. Begging for the freedom that we know is our right. Losing every time because we've forgotten how to fight. Let's get off our knees and on our feet, defend ourselves, let's revolt. Let's resist, let's rebel, let's revolt, let's resist.
It's not a terrible thing. It's really pushing the limits. I sort of dated a 19-year-old when I was 27. It gets weird.
A uniform so simple in its style. It has no braid of gold or silk, nor hat with feathered plume. But my mother, she's preserved it the while. One day she made me try it on, how it your mind for years. It's in memory of your father's son, she said. And as I placed that Sam Brown on, the smiles came through her tears.
In my case, it went nowhere because I was a
I am listening.
goddamn drunk even then, so I never really got to test the waters to find out whether that sort of thing can work or not. So I don't have any advice to offer you.
My mother's homestead on the run, and the same more money after in that little church below. When our Father Mac he blessed the first.
Yeah, that can get in the way. That's really, I think, why those relationships would be so fucked. Just because the wealth of the big difference in experience levels. It's hard not to be, I don't know how to put it, just too dominant in unhealthy ways in too many aspects of their life. At least, again, that's what it would feel like.
But when men claim Ireland's freedom, the one she chose to lead him will wear the blood black forever of the IRA. Wear the blood black forever of the IRA.
Mm-hmm.
Arise, you workers, from your slumber.
Yeah. A few years can make a big difference.
For reason and
It stops, I think, making a big difference when you die.
age of cant. Away with all your superstition. Servile masses, arise, arise. We'll change henceforth the old tradition. We'll spurn the dust to win the prize. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. No more deluded by reaction. On tyrants only will make war. The soldiers too will take strike action. They'll break ranks, they'll fight no more. And if those cannibals keep trying to sacrifice us to their pride, they soon shall hear the bullets flying. We'll shoot the generals on our own side. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationale unites the human race.
Okay, that's all I think I can do tonight. It's getting fairly late, and I have, oddly enough, an early night tomorrow, because I'm doing a sleep study, so...
Our own right hand the chains must shiver, chains of hatred, greed and fear.
There's nothing bad about dating people that are younger than you. Unless they're too much younger than you. Then it, like I said, the imbalance. Mm-hmm. It always comes down to the person. But I do have to get to bed. So, my cat, baby girl, thinks, oh, senior, junior, that's... Those I don't think were unhealthy differences, just from the sound of them. But I do have to get to bed. It's late, tired. And if my sleep study's going to be worth a damn, then I'm going to have to be able to get to bed at a reasonable time like a normal person tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off tonight, Jamie. Good night. Sleep tight. The bed bugs. Only if you want them.